good stuff.
Nah.
Be like, damn.
Let the highlight bird on the vegan shit. I don't know. I don't fuck with that
He
shit.
vegan?
Yeah, he vegan.
Oh, I ain't know that.
I was vegan for like a year, 9 months. That's the hardest shit ever. I'd never eat a
Really?
bean burger in my life. Ever. Fuck
yeah.
that, though.
I could be vegetarian. I couldn't be vegan. I like cheese too much. I like, you know what I mean, that stuff.
Then you talking about losing weight.
I could be vegetarian. I can't be vegan.
It's the dairy,
All
dog.
right, well, you know, it's still better than nothing.
Probably like, was it pescatarian?
Nah, I don't eat
That's
that. I don't
fish.
eat no fish. I don't,
You don't eat fish?
I'm allergic to shellfish.
God damn, you on
Regular
two
fish,
pieces
though.
of-
I don't eat nothing though. Truth be told,
Really?
I eat like a child. I'm dead ass. My man told me
Eat
like,
candy
yo,
and popcorn for dinner.
He like, yo, you eat like a child. I'm like, damn, you're right. I do eat everything.
Chicken
other kids
tenders
make.
and fries?
Chicken tenders, burgers, tacos, pizza. You know what I mean?
Yo, where was you during sneaker con?
I don't even know.
Where you was at? You should have been with us.
That's exactly what we ate.
Niggas
You
ain't tell
ate
me,
that.
yo.
I ate that.
I can't give you that charge, but they ain't tell me, yo. They ain't tell me the whole.
They tell you.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take
All
that.
right,
Yeah.
bet. Michigan, I got this. Michigan to drop degree requirements for veteran job applicants. Man, shout out to them. Yo. You know, this is a big deal to me. I'm gonna read a little excerpt from the article. Michigan officials will waive a bachelor's degree requirements for a host of job applicants. If applicants served in the military as an E6 or above, and a part as an effort to boost veteran hiring in the state. This move goes beyond military hiring. Preference programs are already introduced by other states, changing the hiring process to better recognize veteran experience. The policy will cover 13 job classifications, representing several thousand positions in the Michigan state workforce. I fucks with this because E5, E6 level is management, lower level management, and you've proven if you don't, some people might be like, fuck that, but on paper, you've proven the ability to manage people in certain job fields. So whatever. So that experience, you fuck what you can learn in the class or remember and put on a test, but to have that real life experiences and military leadership, understanding your people, knowing, simple shit like knowing your workers' birthdays, their kids' birthdays, or recognizing that, hey, I heard you say little Susie was sick. Take the rest of the day off. We're gonna cover down on you. Shit like that. Like those are the little things that make lower tier workers feel empowered and comfortable and wanting to work for you. So I fucks with what Michigan doing, man.
No, that's some very translatable job skills that comes with veteran hires. And I mean, yeah, they might not have the corporate background and they're as polished as some of your Ivy League schools or even just community college. What the fuck, a degree is a degree, right? But there's some real, like you said, real world translatable experiences that come with that. And I like what Michigan's doing. Florida did something similar for teachers. But a lot of these jobs, and a lot of these people that have these positions now that went to these schools, they sit on their high horse. And I'm like, this wasn't the only route to get here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like there are other things to do to get to these positions. So I know I'm in the field where there's a kind of a divide between those that went to these prestigious schools. You got people that went to the Stanfords and the Columbias, but then you've got the guy that spent 15 years in the military and made E7, E8, and he gets out and he's like, this punk bitch with fucking Columbia degree ain't gonna tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll break his neck and run around him circles around him.
And doing shit like my homeboy say, bass backwards. Like,
yeah. Like that textbook shit don't mean nothing to them. You know what I mean? Because in the real world, like that's why like you look at people with like technology degrees, like where technology degrees are great. It's a great starter entry point, but the reason they want people with certificates and shit like that is because the shit moves so quick. You need to be on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same with you get people with these very stagnant degrees, and it's like, it means fucking nothing because you learned shit 10 years ago that doesn't apply to today.
Don't steal my shit because it's going through the trademark process, motherfuckers. But I got a business coming soon that I wanted to take the military approach to leadership, that the whole foundation of it, and pitch that and teach and do like just pay for somebody to be like, yo, we're gonna run out of embassy suites in Southwest DC, and I want to be able to give leadership training to civilians. And they had to sign a waiver for like, yo, we get to cuss you out. We do all we gonna. It's basically it's boot camp for leadership.
Gonna put up to an 8-hour boot camp.
Yeah, like you do shit together. Like we give them a shit something to do, right? But the boss think they know everything, and they didn't take nobody's input in. And then once you might have got the task done and still had time to spare. But now let's hear feedback from your team. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, then you get this shit, and it's like, no, you fucked that up, dog. Yeah. You fucked that up. You could have been, you had 3 hours to do it. You accomplished it in 2. You could have had that shit done in an hour had you took input from your team. And if you delegated some fucking tasks. Like stupid shit like that where like I could dig in their ass and they either, you could walk, the shit paid for, so you can leave if you want to. Yeah. So that part.
So that's so funny you said that, right? So both, my wife and I are both in the military. So this past weekend, as a family, we went to an escape room.
Ooh.
And so it
was a 3 or 4 person escape room.
It's the 3 of us. So
but I know, but sometimes they had like it'd be a 6-person room. You'd be like, nah, we could take it on.
It was no minimum, so it was like 2 or more.
Okay.
Right. So 2 to 10 or something like that.
You don't want to know how Amir did.
Yeah. So, so her and I were delegating tasks. So she was doing one thing and I'm doing something else. And then my son's kind of running around, kind of like, but he looked at what we were doing and he started to now delegate himself. Okay, I see you guys are looking at this. I'm going to start looking in this corner. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to write down these numbers. And it was very interesting to see that he started to look, because we were very task oriented. Like she's like, hey, look at this, figure this out. And I was saying when I got complete with my task, I was doing the same with her. So he was very into that, like, okay, what can I do next? Yeah. Okay, I've done this. What do I do next? And we didn't pass that motherfucker, but hey, we had a great time. We got really close. A couple things we got hung up on, but dope experience. And that's why they do team builder exercises at places like escape rooms, because it has, it's all about task delegation, time management, and things like that. Talked about team building. Talk about being on paintball, right?
Yeah.
So, talking about if real world, but just a war type running and gunning setting, like how do you delegate a team to move through? Yeah.
Me and Jazz got in an argument one day, and I was just telling her, like, dog, you have no fucking clue. Like, you're like, oh, no, I'm in charge of my company. Like, dog, I'm in charge of $1 million worth of equipment. I'm in charge of putting a schedule together to train a nigga. I'm in charge of deploying a nigga. Then on top of that, most importantly, I'm in charge of these kids, these parents' son, to bring these motherfuckers back. And the worst thing, you know what I'm saying, is like, you have all of these things, and I'm like, dog, like,
yeah.
I tell her, like, you might want to listen to what the fuck I'm telling you, because
no one's dying. If the motherfucker don't make the beat.
that part. So, but I fucks with that, man.
No, that's love. And that's the state of Michigan, right?
Yeah, state of Michigan.
Yeah. That's love. I mean, honestly, I think it could be done all around, but I think it makes sense to pilot, for lack of a better word, with military veterans, because, you have more applicable experience, right, that caters itself to it. But honestly, I think we'll see degree requirements drop more and more, as time goes on, because this new generation doesn't believe in it as much, and realistically, it's not necessary. I mean, it's a good tool, right? I mean, college, I wouldn't say college is worthless or anything like that, because it can be great, but it's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? So
I like 75% agree. I believe like certain jobs, like one of my degrees is in computer science. If I'd have knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have wasted that fucking time, because I could just go get fucking service. Nor do I even do IT in my regular life anyway. So, but you go to shit like engineering and shit like, we got buildings and bridges that's like, you can't forego that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
More advanced math.
Like, it depends on the career path. Absolutely.
I remember when I got my knee surgery, I wrote surgery, this knee here, and then on the other knee, I put do not cut or operate, because the worst thing you do is you get fucking surgery with a motherfucking you're like, oh, I got my shit from DuVry, some shit. What is Everest? So, and I used to date this one chick.
School.
Yeah, I dated this one chick. She was like, I'm a life coach, and I was like, what qualifies you to do that? She's like, I got that shit off Groupon.
No, she did.
Yo,
Man, come on.
Yo, we
man.
argued and broke up. I was like, bitch,
Nah, I was
tell-
like, your
Groupon.
your time is done. Your time is
I
done.
tell my son all the time, man. I don't care what the profession is, military, IT, sales, doctors, lawyers, right? You're gonna have people that are exceptional at their job. They're the best of the best. You're gonna have people that are pretty good. You're gonna have people that are mediocre. The majority of people probably gonna be mediocre. And you're gonna have people that are horrible.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the profession is, you know, and that's the nature of the beast. And you obviously want to be on the upper part of that scale, but there's no exceptions. You got to kind of vet people. Like I want to. Jay had that line, right? I want the doctor's doctor. You know what I mean? Like that's real shit.
All right. This podcast is called Google Review. Google Review. Brother Nell hit our. Normally we text in our Instagram chat, and also if you're not subscribed to the podcast JFP group chat on Instagram, go and check that out.
Yeah.
But we have our regular group chat, and only time that group chat gets used is when I send the topics out. So when Nell sent a link, I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm like, this nigga about to buy a building? Like we got property or something?
Right.
So I clicked said link. And what question do I ask Nell every week when he come in here?
Who would you hire and fire?
And goddamn it, Nell has a Google review, so I'm about to read this shit. So the young brother name is Blessed Mighty Dread. So first off, it's a Google review. He has 153 views, and the nigga got a yellow check. So the nigga verified on Google review.
Google review. That nigga probably-
The nigga's verified. So here we go. Good morning, everyone. I hope all has been blessed. Hold on. I hope all has been well, everyone. I have concerns surrounding the workplace on how one manager in particular chooses to communicate at the Elk Ridge location. It is imperative that I inform you of what occurred on the site due to the tone in which the message was conveyed to me. A statement was made by a manager named, quotations, Darnell, aka Mr. D, suggesting that I would be reassigned or released from the position due to falling below quota. Darnell's delivery was quite threatening. He is a bully. I felt uncomfortable in that moment because I am a new hire and I'm doing the best that I can to surpass the quota, and I go beyond my duties and expectations. I want to be very clear and concise with you. I am very grateful to be placed at this site. I enjoy learning new things and taking on new challenges. However, harassment in any form, especially verbally, will not be tolerated or accepted. Talking to you now. I am certainly coachable. I've always been. He sounds like he's trying to get with Coach K. I'm certainly coachable and always willing to learn new techniques and skill sets. However, Darnell attempted to chastise me and threaten the employment that I desperately needed. Damn you, Mr. D. Oh shit, let me go back. I lost my goddamn spot reading this shit. Hold up.
Why you finding it over or under 25?
I'm gonna say over. Currently, I am completing multiple tasks throughout the day that would typically require more than one person in order for the task to be completed in a timely fashion. Then come to find out, this morning, I've been replaced. Kicked your ass to the G League, nigga. When I had taken off yesterday, August 30th, 2023, due to the illegality of me having to appear in court. Fucking criminal.
Goddamn.
Someone, somewhere higher up the ladder within the company really needs to sit down with him to prevent future unprofessional decisions. Shout out to you. Blessed and Mighty Dread, verified. Now, let me go ahead and call Nell.
Nigga,
He called my.
who wrote that for him?
Yo,
He wrote that, dog.
He didn't write that.
He wrote
that
motherfucking
shit was wrong.
His chick wrote that shit.
No, he was. That was when you mad.
but he Google review verified, so that's probably what he
Nah,
do.
his chick wrote that shit.
Yeah, no.
Yo,
Chat GPT wrote that shit.
he gotta be this younger generation.
nigga,
Yo. Yeah, you probably right about
You
that. Though.
whack ass nigga.
Oh
That
shit.
sound real soft.
I know, right? I don't know why this shit ain't going through my phone.
Yo,
Can I speak to Mr. Darnell, please?
In quotations.
He didn't want to
what's
say
up,
Mr.
bro?
D.
Hello, Mr. Darnell. This is Jay from the Jam Friends podcast. Please don't talk about our Twitter porn addiction. But to the left of me, I got Justin, and to the left of Justin, I got Tay.
Nigga.
Sir,
What's up, my guys? What's going on?
What
Yeah.
it do?
talk to us about your Google review, my boy.
Man. So, so he was a temp that was working with us in a warehouse. And, I mean, no disrespect to short people, but he was just really too short to do the job. You got to handle materials that's over 5 feet tall. So the materials literally would dwarf my guy. So he thought that his job was just to pick the materials and not load it on the truck. So one day, he just was like, bullshit. And I was like, bro, when you gonna load them fucking trucks? And the look that he gave me, like, what? And y'all know I don't repeat myself. So I just went on about my business. So like 2 days later, he was bullshitting. So I was like, bet. So I went on vacation, came back. They let him go. I didn't let him go. And shit just went left from there. My man called HR on me, said he was afraid of me. He didn't like the way I talked to him. Like, it was crazy. My man had a whole debacle out there.
First off, I've never seen the word chastise used in a fucking sentence verbally, like read that shit. The nigga said you chastised him, dog. Damn you now.
That's crazy. My man, I guess he get paid for reviews because my man got 153
I told him.
Google reviews.
That nigga is 154. Put some respect on my man's shit.
154. And the
That
crazy
nigga-
thing
that
about
He was
it,
154.
That
Yo.
nigga verified.
Yeah.
yo, the crazy thing about it, my man don't drive, but he gave Exxon a review talking about their gas prices too high.
Wait,
Yo.
what? Yo, stop, yo. Stop. I'm about to review
Yo,
that
this
nigga.
is no
Pause.
cap,
You know
yo.
what I'm saying?
My man does not drive, and he gave Exxon a review.
Yeah,
That's because he be giving
crazy.
niggas gas money. Shit, he like, yo.
Yo.
But yeah, I was
Heck,
checking. So I was actually searching for another branch. And I normally check reviews and stuff like that, see what people say about the company. And I was like, let me just look at ours. And that's the first thing I saw right there. Like, if the man knew my last name, I'm sure he would have put my whole government on the
That's
Google review.
crazy.
But he let everybody know, though, Darnell.
You should respond to that shit.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yo.
Yo,
All right, man.
but you made it though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google. You the first out the crew to get a Google.
Yeah,
review,
you
yo.
famous, nigga.
Yeah,
Facts.
yo.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Nigga, we
Shout-
made.
Shout out to you, boy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
How about it?
But shit, man, you feeling you up? You good though? How you feel better?
Hell no, man. I'm waiting for this motherfucking NyQuil to kick in, man, so I can take my ass to sleep. Because I
Sound-
damn sure ain't gonna watch that bullshit ass football game.
Sound like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, the way them Steelers was playing, I wouldn't watch no football either, dog. So,
This guy, holy
you know what I'm saying?
shit.
Yo, first, so don't start with me, nigga. I told you, fuck Zach Wilson, fuck Wilson's leather, fuck Wilson the basketball maker, nigga. All that shit. All right, at this point, nigga, I don't give a fuck how good he played.
Oh, you a Jets fan?
Yeah.
That's rough.
So, no, not really. Hold on, chill out. Not too much on Jay, but
Early night.
but yeah. Nah, man, I fuck with you though. I appreciate you answering the phone, big dog.
All right, cuz, man.
All
Feel
right,
better,
man, I
yo.
get what y'all got.
I see you
man.
next
All
week,
right,
boy.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Later.
My man, shout out now, man. Nigga got
Okay.
Google review.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
I want a Google review.
You almost got Google review. You said, I'm gonna fire all of you bitches if you don't want to fucking come together. They gonna get your ass
I
next.
got more than a Google review. Shit, boy, this might be my only source of employment.
All right. Oh shit! I've been wanting to pod 2 days a week anyway, nigga. Right. Toys R Us, man. Toys R Us is supposedly making a comeback.
Yeah.
That's major.
I'm a pessimist to this. Let me see. I got a little piece of article to read off of this. It says, according to CNN, the Toys R Us stores across the U.S. are making another comeback. They will open 24 stores across the U.S. and also include stores at airports and cruise ships. I hope that ain't part of the 24.
That's hard
Probably
though.
is.
WHP Global, the toy store's parent company, announced an expansion up to 24 flagship stores as well as opening stores in airports, cruise ships. All right, you want me to go first, or y'all go first?
I'll take it. Sound like you got a very negative opinion on this.
I do.
And I'm very optimistic, man. I think this is a great move. They talked about this several years ago about a potential comeback. They had a couple of stores, I think, in Canada that were still open. As a child of Toys R Us, man, I missed, and I've taken my son a couple times when he was younger, right before they closed down. I missed the ability to go to a fucking toy store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like Target's one thing, Walmart, shit like that, but a full store dedicated to toys, laughter, and entertainment, man, fuck that shit.
All right, see,
you
just
no. I'm on my shit.
You put a lot of meat on that bread,
Yeah, I'm on my shit.
Toys, laughter, and entertainment.
Yeah.
Nigga, nothing was that of Toys R Us before we left.
You
You had to go pull a fucking cardboard card out and be like, yo, my man,
Look,
I want this.
That's just the time we live in, okay? But that's not to say that we can't get back to that point. I remember going to Toys R Us and just having a ball. I ain't had to buy shit. I go and ride the fucking bike through the aisles, shit like that. So, but what I'm saying, I took my son was going there during that time, with pulling the cars and getting shit, but just the ability to take him to a store that was dedicated to toys. So I think I applaud them for that, and at least trying to make a comeback. Now, they don't need to have stores everywhere.
Yeah.
Put them in some good spots. You know what I'm saying? Some major metropolitan areas. Give people an ability to get back to a spot where you can just buy toys. I didn't read the full article, so to hear that they're talking about putting in that airports and cruise ships is fucking major.
Now that part
smart.
is G.
Bro,
the other ones.
How many kids are flying through the airport? They're going to make it's no toy stores.
And it's already a 30% markup on top of
right.
what's regular
They
price.
booming. You know what I'm saying? They're
That's
not.
facts.
You know how much they make off them fucking Apple headphones at airports because niggas done forgot they shit. You know what I'm saying? Got some travel points, about to rack it up. They probably got Jay for a pair too.
No, they got Jasper Power why I sell shades on fucking Monday.
There it is. So
Like the fuck
she
you
got
do?
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part.
That's what I'm saying. So no, that's dope. And having been on cruise before, like I know I didn't take my son on a cruise when I went, but I know there are kids that go. So little toy come out, new little shit come out, whoop, 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 you know what I'm saying? Or you on a 7-day cruise with a TV and they got PlayStations in that bitch, you think the fucking child not gonna ask for that shit?
Right.
Shit.
Come on.
We go to Jamaica that shit. My son already talking about I'll take my Xbox. Nigga, what?
Just come on and co-sign this bullshit.
Well,
Go
see,
ahead.
I think I'm halfway between the two of you, right? Like the nostalgia is there for me, right? Like I don't want to grow up in Toys R Us kid. I remember that shit, right? And it was
How old are
dope.
you?
38.
Okay, all right.
So
Jeffrey.
the motherfucking catalog, you know what I mean?
What?
Christmas time, you going
Initial,
through.
what you want?
Yeah, I was about to say marking off, circling this shit. And so I'm with you, right? Like I would love to see them come back and flourish, but I think we're in a time that brick and mortar is dying. Now I think if they're strategic about it, maybe they can have success, but they have to be very strategic. They have to be competitive, right? Because everybody, you get some people that are just going to buy some stuff in the store because they want it now. But most people are price shopping, right? They're going to look at Walmart, Target, everywhere else. So you can't charge a premium outside of those locations on cruise ships and airports. And that might be one of the best spots for them to do it is some of these spots. And then I think maybe, focus on that and then, have a true experience to like kind of like FAO Schwartz was in New York. Yeah. If you just have a handful of stores that are give you that true experience, have everything and all types of dope stuff in there. They have to be very strategic to make it successful because it's hard for brick and mortar nowadays. But I'll be curious to see how it works out because it's tough times for something like that. But in their e-commerce portion has to be
on point.
Exactly. Right.
They gotta be a partnership with Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I said in the group chat. I said this shit gonna be an epic fucking fail unless you create an experience inside of a toy store. Because now you are dealing with people who they're not from the Toys R Us era. Yeah. You're not, nigga. Yo, you could test drive a goddamn Power Wheel in that bitch like you had a car lot. Ride that bitch through the aisles. Like, nah, I don't think I like that one, Dad. Let me try this one now. You know what? Fuck it. Let me get that G-Wagon. You literally could do all this shit. They had the console set up before they had the cardboard. You had to pick. You could play the game, Legos and shit. So unless these 24 flagship stores provide a world-class experience. Like, literally, I got the Amazon toy book for Christmas, and I FaceTime my son. He was like, oh, you gonna drop this off, Dad? He don't give a fuck about no... I remember we went to Toys R Us and Babies R Us when he was born 2017, so before he was born. So he has no idea of this, but his shit is like, he waiting on that fucking... them catalogs to come. He know around October time, them catalogs come in, and he be like, don't throw those away, Dad, and he get them.
Yeah.
So... You talking about marketing to, and this is my marketing mind. You want to market to the niche audience, which is everybody who knows I want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You wanted that, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to have them bring their kids inside. If you have that cardboard shit that look like Targets where they lock everything up, it's not a fucking experience.
Yeah.
I could have a better experience putting my son behind them two screens and be like, niggas, just go through Amazon and search keyword toys.
Yeah, just add the cart.
Or innovate, right? And it's a long shot. I don't see them doing it. But do buybacks, man. Sell used toys. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the biggest problems every parent has is all these damn toys laying around the house.
Nike about to start it.
That's
they all own it.
And I've always thought there was an area of opportunity with Foot Locker, right? Like, yo, I get, and it's a slippery slope, and I know they have agreements, but the secondhand market is huge. Take advantage of that. Like,
so
buy it back, just like every other resale store. Buy it for the low, sell it for the cheap. You know what I mean?
The legalities of that, I don't think you could happen because you are a major wholesaler from Nike. But I think if it was like for lack of a better term, so you had like Foot Locker House of Hoops, right? And you could have FL consignment. So it's not the word Foot Locker, it's just called FL consignment. Well, we buy, trade, and sell sneakers. And you can it's literally a pawn shop for sneakers, but it's called FL consignment. Right. But it's a branch of Foot Locker. I'm giving out free shit, man. Yeah.
Facts.
So now I get it, but again, this is a good idea. But unless they make that these 24 flagship stores better be like Dylan's fucking Candy in fucking New York, like it better be fire.
The way they need it. The first thing they bring back is New York. New York has I was devastated when they closed the New York store. I was like,
absolutely,
shit's over.
So, and well, I hope you niggas aren't going there trying to steal shit for Christmas. Don't fuck it up for us.
That's why we ain't gonna have one in Baltimore City for sure.
That's
what's that clip I sent y'all about the East Side? I don't. They be talking about Baltimore. And I don't know what the fuck. The lady was like something about East Side up on the East Side.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. I remember watching it too, and I can't recall.
What side of town you from, Jess?
West.
Okay, this shit was talking about some shit on the East Side.
They was talking
East
about.
Side. You from East or West, huh?
West.
Yeah, I figured.
So
light skinned niggas from out West.
No, that shit.
It do be more light skinned from West.
The
but it's
movement
just
different. The
Like,
movement different
you
out
can
there.
tell.
Damn, I can't. I'm trying to think of that area she was actually talking about. And it's crazy. I'm at the.
So why you thinking? I'm giving my shout out to Windsor Inn, man. A lot of classic nights where you can get drunk, eat crabs, and bag a chick, nigga, and avoid a shootout.
Yes. Wow.
I don't know about avoid.
You got to get low when shit get low.
And Corinthians, but Windsor Inn definitely was better.
We was at Windsor Inn. We was at Corinthians. We was down BJ Mallett's.
What was that? What was the spot? I think they closed. What was the one on 40? It was after them though.
Oh, you talking about the one up there in
sports bar type
Catonsville?
thing.
Yeah, the joint that burnt down.
On 40?
I can't think of the name of that shit. It was, matter of fact, it was right by what used to be a fucking Toys R Us.
Facts.
I can't think of the name of that shit.
Oh,
Somebody in the comments, someone of my
Is it over there by that double T down off of 40?
Yeah,
it was
down the street.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Across the street from the Pet Boys.
I forget what it was, and then they opened up a second one, and I think both closed now. But
nah, the one I don't know. They reopened the one because it burnt down. They reopened a couple years ago, like right at the pandemic and shit. But the other one was like. Other ones down is like South Baltimore, South Baltimore and shit. So you know what I'm saying. That was cool. Both them shits rash. Matter of fact, the nigga got killed in the one out in Catonsville. So they was shooting in there. You know, it's just it's hard to go places. And then I you know, we talk about trying to go to a better place. Okay, so this weekend, last weekend, Sunday I was in Baltimore, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go holler at my man. My man got a new the new garden rooftop inn over top of Select Lounge. My man and shit. So I was like, boom, stop through there when I came from the shop. So I walked through there, and you know, I had like shorts on and shit like that. You know, I was in the streets and shit. I was fucking around. And so I got up there.
The dress code?
Yeah. So I got up there. I got up there and security was like, yo, you gotta change your shorts. I hit my man, like, yo, you just told me I can't come in. You know, this, you know what I'm saying? He like, sorry, bro, it's dress code. I was tight, but I understood.
Because if not, it's that slippery. The problem is once you do it for then now, you do it for you ain't do it. So we not cool. You know what I mean? And in Baltimore, you gotta have a dress code. It's annoying, and I didn't get it when I was younger. But as you get older, if you don't,
I get that part.
Coming through,
but it's like saying Birdo, like, yo, it's a dress code for the shop, right? You gotta have sneakers. But if that's your man, yo, fair. If I own the shop, if I own the spot, and you hit me up like, yo, I just left the shop, my nigga, but I'm trying to pull out. It's me, Justin, Nell outside. Let them niggas in. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know y'all.
For the club, probably. For that spot he got it's a little different. He's really trying to make it more of an upscale. So I understand he got an image and a look he want to preserve, and it's new. And I'm not mad at.
Okay,
and I got this nigga phone number.
So what happens with when your man? Because he's going to cave on this, and I'm gonna tell you why. The artist gonna come into town. And they gonna be out, and they crew gonna pull up, and the artist gonna be outside, and they gonna be like, "Yo, my man, I don't give a fuck what record label you signed to. You don't have this." And they gonna say, "Well, let me talk to the owner." The owner gonna come out. And they gonna say, "Yo, I got this me and my niggas," and they gonna say,
"Well,
I'm not spending $1,000, yo. I was gonna go there and buy $20 worth of drink and a hookah, nigga, and leave. You know, that's my guy. I'm not saying like we've been through a lot together in the last, I'll just say 10 years that we know each other, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Like,
what's his dress code?
The dress code. I mean, it's just I probably if I had pants on, everybody would have been better. He probably just
jeans. As long as you had jeans,
the only thing it said was like, I had shorts on. You know what I'm saying?
You can wear sneakers now. Okay. Remember when you used to have to wear slippery arrows everywhere? Though?
That's why I hated it. I hated
it. That's one thing I always appreciated about DC clubs. Is like,
that's why
DC
I did not.
Never really had a dress code.
Shit.
That's
why I started going to East Baltimore Street, because coming up here, he had to be. I'm like, who want to party like Steve Harvey?
Right?
Yeah, the period in Baltimore. I mean, my man on the club on the east side of Baltimore, and I won't call it a club. It was like a bar. I don't know dress code, but everybody there was holding a gun. It fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, you know, it has a little bit to be desired and shit. But I don't know.
I ain't going if I can't have mine.
No, that's right, man. All right.
Talk about
You ready? Are we ready for this?
No, let's skip. Let's
skip that. We're gonna leave a Patreon or what?
No, we ain't got to skip it. Let's just group some shit together. So,
your girl.
Let's talk about some qualities you desire in a woman. We're gonna start with Sexy Red.
Qualities you desire in a woman?
Yeah.
All right. So so you putting those two together, right?
We're gonna start with that.
All right. When you decide to be a woman, which goes into the conversation that we had before the mics came on, what qualities did you absolutely need?
Let me start.
You go ahead.
Trustworthy, loyal, right? I gotta be able to trust you. You gotta be loyal. At this stage in my life, you have to be financially stable.
Okay, you fucked me up because I was about to fucking big you up, nigga, and you just fucked that up.
What?
So I was about to be like, hey, ladies, you notice nobody said nothing about money.
Nah,
and then you was like, financially stable.
I can't have a liability. I need an asset.
You know, chicks be like, I want a nigga that make.
And I ain't saying they gotta make nothing. They gotta be able to not be a liability for me. I don't want you to be a bill. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you gotta make 6 figures. You can make $30,000.
It's 30 more than we had.
You know what I mean? Yeah. As long as you are managing it properly. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's and I think Tay talked about it last week. It's not about what you make. It's about how you manage it. So I just need you to be stable. You know what I mean? And not a liability, right? Personally, I gotta be attracted to you. You know what I mean? Like, and everyone's attraction is different. We all find different things attractive, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, and chicks, women hate, you know, how dudes will like something on Instagram, but then not like it for them, and it's like they don't understand the levels to it.
No, because they do it too. The dude, your movie crush or your rapper crush is not the same as your boyfriend or your husband.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I think we don't get that that buffer like they do.
Yeah.
Because if you're not a muscle bound nigga, but she liking, and I asked these niggas, I was like, they said they didn't know. I was like, do y'all know the type of dudes that y'all old ladies like on Instagram? And they was like, nah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know mine. Like she like the light skinned bouncing nigga from P Valley. Like that's she, you know what I'm saying? He ain't me, but
Yeah.
he ain't me. So
yeah.
it's like you can like that nigga all shit all you want to. Even though I've scaled back and cleaned my page from big booty pages, but it's like you could like what you look. You know what I'm saying? You can window shop.
Right.
Don't touch the product, baby.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Don't.
How many times you done built the car, added all them clothes to your cart, but didn't check out?
Yeah.
Come on, stay woke.
I always say, you know how many BMWs and Mercedes I got built. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with looking though.
I like how you put it, right? The financial liability, man, and I've touched on that before, but I'll go a step further. It's not even just financial at this point in time. It's the social liability. Like yo, like I've said it before. Like my thing is I don't want to be outside and you make me look crazy. My wife said the same thing to me too. Like, don't have me outside looking crazy. Got it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it's mutual. Like, don't have me outside looking crazy. We go on to Brooklyn. Don't have me outside looking crazy. Like, make sure I know what's in front of me. Jay, we talked about this before. You know, I see the look on your face. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, social responsibilities, social liabilities. Like, you gotta really be in tune with all of that when you decide that you're gonna be with a person.
It's a lot of dudes locked up and a lot of dudes dead over females.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
what?
My father did a life sentence and my brother dead. You know what I mean? They not the exception. They are the rule. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
When I was younger, I used to
Wow.
be like, I used to try to get to with chicks and tell them, I'm like, bitch, don't nobody even know you.
Yeah.
So like, let me just cheat. Like, nobody don't know you. Like,
oh, stupid.
you at work at Sam's Club Golden Ring. Like, who the fuck know you? Your MySpace top 40? Nigga, like, the fuck out of here. But nah, I'm bullshitting. I'm just adding a little humor. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Just playing. So when we go back to the conversation we had off the topic, off the mic, when it comes into like when you decide to be with a woman and you said something in therapy, because I used to just go through chicks. Even Willie Brown used to be like, women are just fucking disposable to you. You act like they printer paper. Like, nigga, yes, right? And I was like, nigga, I'm looking for what I'm looking for, and if it ain't that, then that, right?
Yeah.
So then my therapist was like, he was like, Jay, you need to make a list of requires. And I use this shit on my baby mamas. You got a list of requires and a list of desires. Your requires should be no more than 3.
Okay.
Your desires can be as long as you fucking want.
Right.
But nigga, them requires are the foundation of the woman you want. The requires. And anything after that is bonus. Because he was like, you are going to continue to run through chicks and you not going to find nobody. And he was like, you're gonna fuck your credit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, because he's like, nigga, you retired. You not PCSing no more. You're not
Right.
gonna go to no new place. So your name is your name. And now you in these streets. And I was already on Are You Dating Them Girl group on Facebook. So like fucking talking shit. So it's just one of them things where it's like you have to figure it out, and then I take little nuances from you, I take nuances from Donnie, I take nuances from Nell, and now just like how y'all handle certain shit, because now I handle certain shit I will blow up and be like, man, fuck her. Man, nigga, all right, I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or it's like I just ignore it, like we gonna be good. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna play my game and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
You ever read The Way of a Superior Man?
Nah, that's on my list though.
Yeah,
I
check.
haven't.
I might have. I had 2 copies. I think I gave one to my brother, but if I still got the other one, I'll bring it to you. Like,
man.
I encourage every
So that means
man
you
to
pull it
read
back
that.
up.
Yeah.
I
Anytime,
bet that.
anytime, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna just expand on what Jay just said. So for y'all weren't privy to the conversation we had before the pod, but we were talking about. I had a conversation with a friend of mine prior to coming on today about dating, particularly dating when you're a little older, and we talked about negotiables and non-negotiables, and like things. What I always said, when you're younger, your non-negotiables, you can hold steady on those, right? You hold fast, like I'm not accepting these things. And then as we get older, and our life becomes more complex, whether it be, marriage and divorce, kids, whatever it may be. The dating pool closes on you, and now some of those non-negotiables become negotiable, right? And I'll use myself as an example. In my younger years, I said I'll never date a woman with kids, right? No matter I'm 1 kid, 2 kids, pregnant, I ain't dating that shit, right? As far as something serious, right? I was like, I'll date her, we'll smash, whatever. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But as far as something steady and consistent, that ain't gonna happen. But now that I've gotten older and I got kids and I've been married, it's like, now I gotta reconsider some of my non-negotiables. But it's like, that's my reality too. So it's like, if I had to get back out in this world, I gotta consider those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't envy nobody that's dating in this day and age, particularly if they. I ain't over 40, but if you fuck it, 38 and over, you know what I'm saying? I don't envy none
That
of y'all.
shit tough
Nigga,
out there, boy.
fuck that. I would be single and traveling, yo. You know what I'm saying? I have a different chick on every continent, shorty. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
There's a lot of them out here too, man.
you know what I mean?
Passport bros.
Yeah, right. Who just said that, yo? Somebody was just talking about. They was like, I'm grooming a chick right now somewhere.
Indonesia or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat that.
They was talking about that on Instagram.
Yeah, who was saying? I can't think about who said that, yo. Some rap or something.
People forget how lucky we are in the United States sometimes, man. Like I told my homie, I don't want to veer from the subject too much, but I told him, like, the United States is the greatest country in the world to me. She's like, what? I'm like, you don't appreciate how good we have it at times. Like, you got to go and see how bad it is elsewhere sometimes. And then even the examples that people will give of great countries, they don't have the diversity we have. That adds a whole different dynamic that changes everything completely. You know what I mean? So I stand on that. I believe that.
I got one of my old co-hosts, this nigga named Bill, right? He used to always be like, oh, nigga, we can fuck America, nigga, we gotta leave. I'm like, nigga, you obviously ain't been nowhere too much, because I promise you, my boy, I've been all over Europe. Fuck BBC. Nigga, it's nothing like BET, MTV, nigga, Stars, nigga, Paramount Plus. Like, then you start talking about being able to go and come as you please. Like, it's case in point. Like, I've never been to Cuba, but I got a homeboy who been to Cuba, right? Which is why I'm bringing this up. If you leave the airport, we take a homeboy trip to Cuba, right? We get in a cab, and the cab driver get in an accident. If we don't settle that shit on site, everybody goes to jail. Mm-hmm. Nigga, so you talk about, listen, I'll deal with that little bit of, and I am not minimalizing this, but I'm minimalizing. I'll deal with a little police brutality, little racism for motherfucking to come and go as I please, to be able to surf the internet as I please, to fucking running water, nigga, bathroom inside, AC, like, nigga, you crazy?
And I think a lot of things are blown out of proportion. Like, police brutality and racism will always be an issue. It always has been and will continue to be. But I don't believe it's as big an issue as it's made out to be on social media. And I might get crucified for that.
They gonna get your ass.
Yeah, and I might.
Get your ass for that. These are the thoughts of Justin on
just me, and that's cool. And I mean, it's an issue. It absolutely is an issue. But I think sometimes you got to step back. Do you experience it in your day-to-day life? You know what I mean? How many times per year do you experience it? You know what I mean? And also, Cole talked about it the other day. You know how many people got rich off of this activism shit? You know what I mean?
Black Lives Matter chick. Yeah.
BLM is a fucking
you know what I mean? And so
beginning.
some of this shit is pushed out to us and sensationalized, and it's a problem. You can look at every black art and know that it's a problem. We've been rapping about it, singing about it, talking about it for 50 plus years, but I don't think it's our number. And again, these are just my thoughts. Just y'all can kill me. Don't kill the podcast or Tay or Jay. But I don't think it's the number one issue in our community.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Not in this community. I'll leave it at this. But if you think we got it bad here, and to touch on what Just said about the little struggles we go through, blacks have been through a lot of struggles in this country, and
we still owe us a check.
And we still going through them, and we're not minimalizing that. But comparably, whenever this pod come out, whenever you see this, go Google what the fuck's going on in Haiti right now, and tell me where you rather be.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna stop there.
It's countries you can't speak. You can't even look up certain shit.
Matter of fact,
I don't want to get
Dubai.
So, which is why I'm about to go to. The girl in Dubai got sent to jail for screaming at a fucking nigga, and then I just read an article I was gonna put on there, but I didn't because we would have had to read about it. But it was a chick. It's a chick who she's a CEO of her own company. She just been released after serving a year. She put her hand on the arm of a airport security guard. She had a 10-hour layover. She was coming from somewhere, but she went to Abu Dhabi. She was somewhere in the Middle East, and they got into it. And she put her arm on her hand on her. Yeah, she touched the nigga arm, and they locked her up.
Yeah.
So in total, the girl lost like $50,000 in legal fees and all this other shit. But like, yo, ain't no place like America. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
crazy
just the
why.
one that got out.
Right, she got out.
I'm saying that's the one.
I watched enough locked up abroad.
man.
Y'all think these travel shits is cool, man?
Shut the fuck up and do what you gotta do and bring your ass home.
And it was unfortunate for her. She didn't know. And then she touched a woman. So, you know, when you go to these Muslim countries, like women search women, men search men. So, like, it was just, like, she had got a surgery. And
Oh, that's why she touched
yeah,
it?
she had got a surgery. And I guess they asked her to take off, like, a bandage as she was going through the airport. And I guess it was painful for her, so she had a traveling companion. A girl was with her, and so she was reaching out to her for help and pushed, I guess, their equivalent of airport security away, like customs and shit. And that, they gave her a year for it. And you know, it's different cultures, different countries, different rules.
Big facts.
We don't look these things up when we go because we're so used to being in the U.S. TSA ain't gonna touch me. If I work for TSA and I was on the airport and you touch me, I'm punching your fucking face, nigga. They don't get paid enough. Trust me. You know
A real true story. So me and Jazz went home this past week of my sister's birthday, and her TSA shit didn't go populate on her ticket. You think I was taking my shoes off? You like another motherfucking thing coming.
No.
So I had recorded the video. I was like, look at this po-ho. Both ways coming back. I recorded this shit. I'm like, look at this nigga. I take her shoes off. She's sweating this shit. Nigga hot. Like, I ain't did nothing.
Yo, so shit with me and Princess, and we had the boy with us. You know what I'm saying? So like, he come through with me. My shit always lit. I'm straight. He come through with me, and we running late for the flight too.
We was too.
Yeah, and she like, I gotta go. I'm like, man, shoulder through. And I'm like, yo, like, what she want to do? She's like, I'm gonna just sit. I'm like, I could call a few people real quick. She's like, no, nigga, you ain't gonna do all that. I'm like, all right, just sit your ass in the line. So me and the boys stroll through. We sit there, we gonna get breakfast and shit. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? We log at the BWI line.
We had potted. I finished mixing both I had to do what I needed to do, and I needed to be up at 4 so we could leave by 5. Because it was like the boarding was like 6 something with a 7:20 takeoff. Jeez. So literally I had like a 30-minute nap. So I ain't even, by the time I got to lay down, whatever, it's time to get back up. And this nigga just la 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 la. I'm like, all right, nigga. I'm like, you don't have TSA pre-check on this shit. Yeah. And we got there, I said that line long as a motherfucker at fucking 6 in the morning. So I was like, listen.
Y'all niggas make it get
She got it. It just whatever, it didn't populate.
Just buy what's the name to you?
Clear. But see, here's the thing. You have, and this is what a lot of people don't know. Some airports have clear plus pre-check, meaning you can bust the line and go through pre-check. And then if you just got clear, you just go to the front of whatever line you own. So BWI only has clear.
No, they got pre-check.
Not clear plus pre-check.
No. Clear and pre-check are two separate things.
No. Some airports combine them.
Nah.
Yes. You want to look at? I promise you. When I was in Colorado, they have clear plus pre-check. So you go. So the pre-check line was dumb long. So if it wasn't nothing, I would have just went regular. But because it was clear plus pre-check and it says it on the sign, you go through clear, then they bring you to the front of the TSA pre-check, and then you skip that line. So BWI doesn't have clear plus pre-check. So if you got clear line. You just go. You still gotta take your shoes off. You just go to the
You don't
front.
gotta take your shoes off or not. You already vetted. You just vetted through them.
Shit, they made her take her shoes off.
I'll tell you what though, don't take a gun through.
Oh, this
let me
nigga's tripping.
You can fly with a gun, but
You have
there is
to
a
declare
process.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Colorado is different. You got to go to a set and BWI. You tell them drop your bags off like normal, keep it moving. Colorado, you tell them they take you to a whole nother room. They scan your shit in front of you. You stand there while they scan your stuff. Then you're good to go. Once you go through, everything's kosher.
Colorado
you can
open
leave.
carry state.
I flew with guns a gang of times. Normally, it's only been a handful of times where they be like, we want to open the boxes. And I have to open up my boxes and show them my shit.
Yeah.
But normally, you just tell them, like, yo, it's a gun in here. Here's the keys. It's locked. Boom, boom, boom. No ammo.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
But Colorado, and you had to open it, but they got this whole like X-ray machine that they slide the bags through, and you got to wait in line. If it's people there, you got to wait behind them.
Nigga, you ain't bringing no brick with that gun.
No, I mean, in reality, it's like people bringing through extra shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't. Even though I could fly with I don't fly with my guns. I feel like if I'm going on vacation, like I'm going on vacation. When we as a family, the majority of vacations are like the Disney. So even though Florida now has constitutional carry for the most part, like there's no value in me bringing my gun because I'm on a Disney property. And so when you go to Disney, like you can take they have lock boxes that you can take and put your gun in because constitutional carry and just carry permits in general in Florida has just always been widely accessible. But it's just no value, and it's just one more thing I gotta worry about. Like if I'm down there on vacation, like I'm drinking, I'm partying, like I'm just I'm at Epcot fucking wilding out. I ain't trying to have to worry about dealing with a gun.
No, I feel it. It depends where I'm going. Like for instance, when I was in Colorado, I was there visiting family, and what's crazy is I'm mixed, right? My white part of my
we can't tell.
You bullshit.
but what's crazy is my white family is from Baltimore. My black family is from Colorado.
That's wild.
Holy shit.
That part is wild.
That shit wild.
Yeah.
So they I wouldn't say we was in the trenches. They got their little trenches, but it's different. I'm hanging out.
What part of Colorado?
Denver.
Denver. Okay, yeah. I've been through Denver a lot. And I got an office up in the Springs.
They got their one little little blocks.
Now we go back to our original conversation for the mic turned on. Has she met the Baltimore side of the family?
So none of my mother's family even still lives here for real, besides my mother. She met my mother. But the rest of them all moved. Like they all in PA or somewhere else now.
Good for them.
Yeah, I mean they was part of the white flight. You know what I mean? They got it was crazy. If you don't know, Baltimore was actually the majority white city. If you go back to the 50s and 60s and through the 70s and 80s, it progressively got blacker and blacker to now it's one of the blackest cities in America.
What's my man about heroin? Lil Melvin. Lil Melvin caught hold of that shit. Changed the fucking game.
So my grandmother and them was one of the first black homeowners on at Baltimore City, like Fayette Street, 2100 Block West Fayette Street, right down the street from Bond Secure. So they had that house. Shit was paid for and bought. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all still got the house?
Nah, that shit gone now, man. It's one of those communities that's never changing.
Yeah. I got that part, but still owning that property though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. And that's for the reason. So the reason my family's so fucked up now is because of that house. Is the way it was willed in the family, divided the family. And it's just poor management all around.
Set up trust people,
financial planning, trust, family.
We were
plan.
just talking about this.
Talk about this
and
shit,
that's one of the things that transcends races. That ain't a black thing, man. White people, Hispanic, every race has that same issue when it comes down to dividing proper or valuables. You know what I mean? What's left behind, everybody tripping over it, bro.
I mean, it's just
if it's not clear cut, good luck. You know what I mean?
All right. I don't know if it's your girl or now girl. Sexy Red.
I don't know, man.
Sexy Red. First off, she went viral last week because she was fucking with a nigga who had a house arrest bracelet on.
Right.
Whatever. And she like, I like my dreads. So now you let a nigga pull his phone out while he's smacking you.
Yeah.
And all right, whatever your publicist put out, the video is sent from your phone because it's your name on your story on whatever that platform is.
That was her Instagram.
So sexy red came out and that pussy went pink and she is
Blue
like
wasn't brown.
brown. And
I like the thing about
she
it.
like she drink you.
I miss
all
all.
day.
This is why I listen to the podcast. I miss all that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, just search sexy red on
Well,
Twitter.
I'm gonna look now, but
Yeah, no,
I would have known shit about it without listening to Jay and Friends podcast.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah, we informative.
Absolutely.
The crazy thing about it is, I've looked at some of the comments. They are tearing her to pieces.
Nah, I'm seeing women trying to save her.
No, I did tear her to pieces. Like, nigga had to spit on that joint. That shit definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like,
His spit started in his wet. Ain't that wet, wet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't beating it up. You know what I'm saying? And like, so, but I mean, I feel bad. Just some of sexy red shit. I could like some of that shit.
That ski shit is hard. That
Shit,
shit
when
hard,
you get in
bro.
that car, you had a drink or two. That ski shit, come on, that shit be
That
knocking.
nigga doing 35 and a 20,
You know
nigga.
what I mean? Booming. Yeah, but I think, he definitely wasn't. What's a high lyric go? When you talking about bust down pause, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know her lyrics.
Nigga, whatever was going on in that video wasn't like your goddamn lyrics. And for the nigga to be able to pull his phone out and do all of that, I just find that I'm kind of astonished by it. So I'm like, I don't think it's all true.
And it was posted on her platform.
Yes,
Yeah,
on hers.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
She
know
probably
what
did
I'm
that
saying?
shit on purpose.
Nah, you know.
She said, y'all, anybody who know me know I don't do no shit like
goofy
whatever, goofy shit like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Like, no, but people use that shit for publicity. Like, you already presented that kind of niggas is waiting for this. I was like,
Oh, this comes off the heels of a interview that just went viral of her saying, all these rap niggas don't fuck with me. I don't know, they just treat me like the little sister. She literally just said this the day before this video leak. Was like, don't no rap niggas fuck with me. They be on their business. They just want to come in, do their verse and fucking leave. Ain't nobody fucking with her. Like,
Y'all find her attractive?
see, they find rappers attractive that I don't like. This nigga like Ice Spice. I don't like Ice Spice.
So I didn't initially, but after I really, and then when she straightened her hair,
I like her
she
mama.
alright.
Nah, that
straight
mama.
Ice Spice.
That mama.
That straight Ice Spice hit different.
Yeah,
She had that Drake
But
fro. I can't fuck with that
so,
Drake.
I ain't like that fro.
So, all right, bet. I'm a Baltimore nigga through and through. Like, and there's more Baltimore-ish niggas out there than me. But I'm gonna just tell you how I got down. So, like, I dated chicks in Park Heights. I dated chicks in South Baltimore. I dated some East Side chicks, and definitely been in the trenches.
Dated a Cherry Hill chick?
Not that far. I had some family out there, so I know what they look like. You know what I'm saying?
in, one way out.
But yeah, no, that's just rough.
Oh, we
You know what I'm
always-
saying? And so I done kind of seen a lot of, but so to me, sexual red remind me of Park Heights shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
like,
see that 1000%.
so like to me, and I said it before, it's something about that type of woman when you date. Jay, nigga, you from Florida, nigga. You already know what time it is.
I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like
don't like
I'm
that.
not dating you,
can't
but
hold
you know it's that little bit of edge, and maybe we should probably save this for like the next like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Let's go cut it off.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I got too much going on in my life
Yo.
to sacrifice that for a sexy red ish.
I'm
Let's,
with
you know what, we're gonna say the
No
sexual red
rations.
conversation.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something a little bit more serious. Morgan State shooting.
Morgan State shooting, man. Morgan State shooting happened. Was it last night? No,
Night before.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Tuesday night. Tuesday night into Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday night into Wednesday. I woke up. I had a 5:30 appointment, and I wake up and I look at my phone, and it was like, it was the first one was from Baltimore and Cut. I'm shouting them out on the podcast for free, but like they were saying it was safe. 6 hours later, at 5 o'clock, it was like 6 hours later, safe to go back to your room. Then today, for the first time in Morgan State's history, I'm a Morgan State alumni. They stopped the homecoming in the football game,
Right.
and the shooter has still not been caught. So it was a shooting that happened. I don't even know how many people was hit. How many people? Five hit. How many
5
died?
hit, 4 were students.
Anybody die?
No.
Okay, good. Thank
No
God.
life-threatening injuries.
Nobody died. And I'm just seeing. I was online looking, and you seeing different. I seen a video of somebody. I guess they was in the dorm room, and then the police they was in like a army stack. Then they run through. Then I seen another video of somebody filming from a window and they rendering aid to somebody in the grass. But yeah, again, this is just a wild thing, and it's gonna go into subscribe to Patreon because we're gonna have a gun topic conversation. Again, this is perfect timing that just showed up. So yeah, man. Shout out to all those affected by Morgan State. And you and our thoughts and prayers and positive vibrations to you, man.
Yeah, facts. It's completely unfortunate. You know, I'm not a Morgan State alum now, but I went to Morgan State.
My man,
right?
you alumni,
So,
dog. You
yeah,
alumni.
yeah, we know how it go. But
You pay tuition.
That shit is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, HBCU homecomings hit different.
Facts.
You know, and Morgan homecoming is always an event that everybody looks forward to. Everybody comes back for, and so it's unfortunate that it's disrupted by this. And it's just crazy all around. And this newer generation just thinks that guns are so cool and necessary, and it's unfortunate. I mean, like, I started Morgan in 2003, and we scrapped. You know what I mean? There was nobody had guns for real. It was scrapped, and it's just unfortunate that it goes past that nowadays. I don't like the fact that they classify any shooting with more than, I think it's 3 or 4, it might be 4 victims as a mass shooting. Just because the stigma around it hits differently, you know what I mean? And I know that's going to hurt the reputation of the university. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't know how else you classify it either.
I mean, you gotta, if you got more than one casualty, I mean, all right, let's say, like, for the sake of argument, just like one shooting, one casualty. The response would be different for offensive and defensive, you know what I'm saying, medical personnel and officer responding, is if it was like, yo, it was we responding to the 200 block of Fayette Street and it's one male shot, as opposed to it's fucking 5 injured, 6 killed, and male on the loose, or shooters on the loose with, you know what I'm saying, blase guns. Like, you sending different things based off of the response. So the mass shooting shit, that's a trigger word for niggas to go. It's like, is it smoke or is it fire? You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's also,
and I get it. I mean, I get it, right? And I don't have a good answer or workaround for it, so it is what it is. I just think 2 things. One, with that being the criteria, like, you get an exponential number of mass shootings now, because this isn't the first mass shooting in Baltimore, but I think when people think mass shooting, they think of Columbine, they think of Virginia Tech, and it wasn't that. And a lot of the ones that are categorized as mass shootings aren't that. They're all horrible. Right. So I said, it's a slippery slope. Yeah. And I especially hate it in this instance because Morgan is now going to have there are going to be people that are going to pull their children from Morgan, and there's going to be people that won't send their children to Morgan because of this. And I don't know that the verbiage around it changes.
It's that black cloud. Like I was a few weeks ago. I was in Virginia watching Virginia versus somebody, and that cloud of what happened to Virginia well over a year ago is still looming, and they still talking about it. And of course, you don't want to not talk about it in respect to the victims, but at the same time, it's like this is a cloud that's following us.
And what's even more unfortunate, I know you're trying to get into my bad, but what's even more unfortunate is this is the 3rd year straight that there's been a shooting at Morgan. At homecoming.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's nuts.
Baltimore's dangerous. Whether you got a college in the middle of it or not,
Facts.
Baltimore's gonna be fucking dangerous. And a congregation of people is not gonna fucking help it. I remember you went there in 2003. I didn't go to college there, but I was at fucking Morgan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Niggas go to Morgan just to fucking hang out. The same way I went to Howard for their homecoming. Niggas didn't go to Howard. I was at Howard.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the Cotland and the Square too. So people go to these places because, one, there's women there, and there's things to do. But that's not what I want to say. But when people start to classify mass shootings, and it's only changed in the last couple of years how they classify mass shootings. That has to do with judicial, the Justice Department, and then how the FBI classifies mass shootings, right? So, along with that comes money, right? So,
Facts.
Mass shootings, I can increase the
Funding,
budget, funding,
equipment,
right,
all that
equipment,
shit, yeah.
these things, right?
Facts.
So don't think they just out for you to help you. You know what I'm saying about class? No, it helps them as well.
Because now you say, oh, we want to bolster our mass shooting some capabilities. Oh, DHS cutting the check.
Right. So I will, I think I brought some of this attention on one of our group chats. It was like one of the assistant police chiefs for Baltimore City was like, you know, they touched on some of the gun regulations, right, and how just recently Westmore's gun regulations, a lot of his things they found unconstitutional. Things like, you know, you can't carry an establishment where anywhere establishment that serve alcohol, right? They shot that down because you go to a restaurant, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, they serve alcohol. They want, you know, you should be able to carry, right? Doesn't mean you're gonna drink, but you shouldn't not be allowed to carry. So some of these things was found unconstitutional. So what this assistant chief said was like, you know, a lot of these gun laws, these new gun laws, things like that, target law-abiding citizens.
Exactly.
Criminals ain't worried about that.
Facts.
The nigga that probably shot these people was not a law-abiding citizen.
So case in point, I'm glad you said that. I dated 2 FBI chicks and one just bitch who was hood, right?
Yeah.
The 2 FBI chicks licensed to carry, whatever. They don't give a fuck. That shit show, don't show.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever asked them, yo, let me see your shit. Right? Bouncers, nothing. We've been to hookah bars.
Yeah.
The one chick that's crazy as fuck, she let that shit show or not show. Nobody ever asked her for papers or nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like you can go anywhere you want to. It's like you kind of running risk, but like who the fuck is gonna look at you, especially where we live now? Because you could be, federal police, you could be CIA, you could be fucking the presidential, whoever.
Yeah.
But so because that's kind of common here, even though it's not an open carry state, the fact that you got the audacity to carry, they assume like, oh, he must be somebody. So let's not even ask him.
Yeah.
And I've seen that.
It's not that we're not an open carry state. It's just not it's uncommon. So it's CCW stands for something else. It's carry and wear or some shit like that. It has nothing to do with concealed carry.
And wear.
It has nothing to do with concealed carry. So now what they might have changed going forward is that you have to have it concealed. Like when I got mine, it had nothing to do with concealed carry. So if I open carry, so if I had my CCW,
As long as you got your card.
as long as I got my card, it didn't matter if it was concealed or not. Just fact check me.
I'm trying to, but I don't get service out here, man. That's crazy. And I got Verizon. I don't got no I don't got that boost
We'll
man.
fact check it. But the thing now is that open carry, you know, people look at it differently, right? And I've depending where I'm going, I know sometimes I wear a suit and tie to work, and if I don't wear my jacket, I'm still carrying. Like you're gonna see my gun.
It's just wear and carry permit.
Carry.
It's CCW, but it's wear and carry.
It's wear and carry, right? Yeah. So it's like I wear and I carry my shit. It doesn't fucking matter if I'm concealed or not. I wear it in the waistband, so it looks a little awkward. I don't carry outside the waistband, so it just doesn't look right.
I think open carry just attracts unnecessary attention.
It do.
It does.
And then I think if you don't have retention, like a level 2 or 3 holster, you trip, even 1, right? But some type of retention, wow, like somebody can take your gun at any point in time.
I've seen video of people
Absolutely.
taking somebody's gun out their holster.
That's why I'd rather you not even know I have it. And I prefer the element of surprise.
I see her snatch it out the waistband of a little young bopper, like, bow, give me that, my boy.
Yeah. So that's why that's right.
No, and you know I'm a big gun guy. Both of y'all know that, right? But I'm for sensible legislation. Like, for instance, in Maryland, you have to get training before you can buy a gun. I don't think anything. I've grown up with guns, so I know how to. But most people don't. And I've been to the range with people that scare me. I'm like, bro, like, no, don't point that at me ever.
Yeah.
Keep your finger off the trigger, right? And so the training is good for people. And yeah, it's a hurdle, but I don't see anything wrong with everyone getting training before they handle a firearm. It takes lives. It can.
Yeah.
But P80s, I built P80s. I love P80s. It's fun. I just like building them. But I understood why they banned them in Maryland because I'm willing to bet you that the people that were involved in that shooting had a P80.
Yeah.
You know, and that was what it was last year because they were so easy to get, relatively easy to build. So that's what a lot of these kids are carrying. Like, I think it went from them finding like 50 in Maryland to like 500 over the
Oh,
course of
sheesh.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what they found.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's probably 3 to 5 times that's actually out there. So
We talked about wearing carry, and I think we touched on this before, and I talked about it, and y'all fucked it up for us.
Who is y'all?
Y'all
normal people.
be normal people. So when
When
Brewing
you couldn't get one.
when Brewing came out and basically said that it was Brewing versus fucking New York or whatever it
New
was,
York, yeah.
and they said that like basically, it's like this undue burden on carrying, right, which is supposed to be constitutional, things like that. So they had to make it easier, and then so states started to switch up how they regulated wear and carry permits, so it made it more accessible to like the average citizen. Prior to like in Maryland, prior to that, it was what did they call it? It was like
Good and substantial reason.
good and substantial reason, right? So you had to provide them a reason why you needed to carry and wear.
Yeah.
I had a job where I provided good and substantial reason why I needed to carry a gun, and it wasn't a lot of people.
No, I want to say it was less than. I don't want to lie.
It might have been less than 30,000.
I wanted to say less than 10, but I could be exaggerating. But I know that there's been over 100,000 issued in the last year since Brewing came out.
I've been carrying for a while now.
Gotcha.
and the first thing when people were very excited, I'm Mail and Share Issue, all these sites that I'm a part of and been a part of, and those that have been kind of, I won't call this grandfathered in, but like those that have been a part of that shit and been carrying for a while, we said like, oh, this is gonna fuck it up for a lot of people.
Naturally.
You got some people like, oh no, this is what we're chasing. We want more people to carry. Do you really want more people to fucking carry? Because what happens is, you'll get a small percentage of people that will legally carry that will fuck shit up. Very small. But what happens is they start to pass little laws that make it more stringent on people that carry. Case in point, Westmore, places where you wear and can't carry. Then you get states that look, not states, but counties that look at passing localized regulation on where you
Restricted even more.
Montgomery County,
Yeah.
which they found their shit unconstitutional too. So fuck Montgomery
And
County.
they'll find SBO 1 unconstitutional as well,
Yeah.
but it'll take time. It's unfortunate, but you're spot on. You know what I mean?
So fuck you guys, man. You fucked it up for us.
Since we're saying fuck you guys, last thing before we get out of here, does anybody care that Blueface was sentenced to 2 years in prison?
For what? I missed that.
He shot a nigga in Vegas or some shit.
Oh,
like a
damn.
little scuffle.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yo,
He grazed him. He didn't hit him. He grazed him.
So at the courtroom, the nigga that he shot, he said something to your honor, and the nigga did like this and took a selfie with Blueface in the background and walked off.
No, he
This
didn't.
shit was tough,
Nah,
nigga.
the video.
And
Plug
the
that
judge
shit-
didn't
plug
say
that shit
nothing.
away.
I just after
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
the nigga was like, he said something. He was like, "Yes, your honor." Da, 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 da. And then like he just stopped talking. My boy said, nigga did his head like and walked. I said, "Oh, that's
Really?
hard. That's hard.
That's crazy.
hard."
This is the fuck Blueface get, yo.
I'm sick of seeing him and Krishan.
Yo,
so.
yeah,
That part.
yeah.
That part.
Sit his ass down. Take a time out, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And that bum ass baby over you got,
Yo.
that weak ass butt.
What's crazy is she has more followers than him. She's low key been keeping him relevant because he ain't dropped no good
drama.
music in a minute.
What music does he have? He's
He
trash.
got that one
trash.
song from years ago that I didn't even like.
I don't know.
Right.
Nigga off beat. I can't listen.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that.
You know what I
hated
mean?
that
So,
shit. When I looked,
with
when she,
Tatiana.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
but she got over 1 million. He got like
Yeah.
700, 800K. I'm like, oh, she actually more popular than this nigga.
I believe it. So,
All right, man. Closing thoughts. We got. Give us something prolific,
come on,
just.
yo.
Y'all gotta go first.
No, yo, you had all week to
Yo,
prepare for
and
this shit.
I meant to think of
Yeah,
something.
all week.
Gotta hit us
man.
with some prolific shit. With some Nipsey Hussle prolific
Go
shit.
ahead,
Move,
man.
Man,
move the
fuck.
culture, man.
I really ain't got nothing, and I had thought about this a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm gonna come with some good shit, and then I ain't even thought about it since then. But all I can say is, life is hard. Everybody's going through something. Understand that. Be you, be real, and be genuine, and people will accept that. But understand people are always going through stuff, and give people grace, and allow them to grow and learn from their mistakes, and be forgiving.
Pow, pow. Fucks with it.
Jesse must have been reading my mind when you said that, man.
It's that light skin connection.
It
man.
must be, man.
Y'all need to go
I'm
this
gonna
shit.
leave y'all with this, man. Pause. Well, I don't even know what y'all
Facts.
said, but I would just say pause anyway. my cam shit. Man, let me leave y'all with this, man. Faith is the art of holding on to something in spite of your changing moods and circumstances, man. Hold that faith, bro.
Mine is forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is a recommended form of self-care.
How about it? Okay, yes, I love that.
These niggas got shit written down. I'm coming correct next time. I got you. And I meant to. I really did. I was like, I'm gonna come with some hard shit. Just wait.
I'm telling
man.
you,
I
so
wouldn't
the
think
week
about
you know you coming to the pod, just open up your notes and just start jotting shit
Say
down.
less.
Yeah. So that note, man, JFP episode 194. Again, without y'all, there is no us. I'm gonna close the podcast. Lola Brooke or A Boogie with the hoodie. Which one we doing?
Hey, Boogie with Daddy.
All right, we're gonna send some A Boogie with the hoodie. He dropped this shit. Let's go.
Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.